What if I told you that memories don't fade, they last? We used to begin to think that what was temporary as kids is what has made us stronger as adults. Though I know that it's not really about age, it's important to know that what has happened to us has become interdisciplinary. So when you have a dream that you are in this place that is lonely but calming, you should actually take that as a good sign. I also believe that maybe these images that we have often thought of when we were little to somehow be connected to the past, present, and the future. Now, how would that be possible, you may be wondering? How can this picture of a school at night not only feel relatable, but consensual in a way, where the image, such as the objects, concludes of the meaning of whatever kind of portrayal it's trying to signify. Almost like the image wants you to think possessions are more important. So then you start to lose touch of reality. If you do so, however, you can also imagine yourself in a place which may then be threatened. And even more so, it's better to protect yourself. But it's like more important than thinking of materialistic things, which is the past. But for the present, there would be any part of almost whatever your subconscious contains of that almost always feels like you are actually in this place, more so in the present. And because there's already a past to it and the present, there must be a future for something to occur or to take place in. For example, these disturbing images that we think of when we're a kid, we get scared, right? And we just think, oh, let's run away, we're so scared. But maybe they're just actually trying to teach us something. And maybe the fear of what you've experienced or what you will experience can be overcome or overcome by either what the entity or non-physical entity could be trying to remind you of. And if you let certain ones in, they will either defeat you or team up with you. And that is naturally the feeling that people get when they fail or get defeated over and over again in this game or this project. And that you should instead always trust the one that is the good entity in the background. And in the entity, or even if it's a bad one, maybe communicating with you in a way that counterintuitively stems from unpredictability. So the message is totally the most important part to listen to, but it's also very crucial to know that maybe some things aren't worth sharing for it. So anyway, that is basically the future of what could happen all the way from these images and possessions to these possibly spiritual beings and the meanings that they are trying to persuade of. I also agree that Backrooms did such a great job, not just as a movie and with liminal spaces as well, but as an entirely widespread and creative embodiment of our life experiences and inspiration that we can take from people who are 3D designers or YouTubers. Well, that's kind of what some YouTubers do, is blunder backwards projects. But anyway, back to the video. If we can always choose to be in the present moment, then we will then be in turn to think about the past. Because even if you don't look at it in the past, you are still in the present moment, you know what I mean? And so now what you ultimately are doing is you're representing the work and the purpose they're doing to own your future. But there's something surprisingly calm about being alone in some places that you feel that are kind of connecting you to initiate this sort of healing process. Plus, there's a point that this guy made about how the trauma that you've experienced as a kid could very well so become associated with, or as to why you are extremely drawn towards the immense perplexities of the moments, which are part of the photos that, oddly enough, feel comforting in you. I've also heard that when you feel that you need some time alone, then that is particularly more important than eliminating, like, the feeling. You need someone or something. Also, I'll post the video of the creator that I was talking about in the link below. But yeah, that is entirely what consists of our own imagination. And while it gives you this pit of emptiness in your stomach, it also gets you to think of yourself, that maybe the possession is conceptually what matters over what never actually ends up happening. That leads on to what I call the domino effect. And if you ever are realizing the importance of things, the domino effect is kind of like a good habit, but it's also a bad habit. Because the first thing I think of when I listen to this dreamcore type music is honestly nothing. That's right, nothing that you feel actually leads up to you feeling the same thing you did before. And also, if you feel nothing at first, then you will definitely feel something later on. And that's exactly why I call the procrastination effect like really helpful. And it's a really awesome video that you can check out here. But seriously, when you say that you feel this way, imagining yourself as a kid, you can easily explain to yourself why you have felt that way. Because it's like something you're so drawn to that you can easily explain it versus something you're not as drawn to. But anyway, if you let certain things affect or guide you throughout your life, then you will then finish whatever you're doing, and then you'll be more drawn toward that process or toward those dreams. And not just like dreams of your future, but dreams of little spaces and stuff like that. And so anyone can have the ability to connect the present with the image, and so therefore you inexplicably cannot reoccur this memory or thought in your head without being connected to your feeling of how it all ended up coming together. It's kind of like how a puzzle works, and there's also a video about it up here if you'd like to watch it. But anyway, maybe feeling numb is better to have felt any pain than not feel any pain at all. And I've came to the conclusion to agree that this is from a very persuasive manner, by the way, that we all could learn how to handle pain, and that's actually essential to deal with than you think. But there's definitely comfort involved, so be sure to check out my most recent video if you like it. It's on how Newton's law works, definitely very effectively. And if you'd like to know how the secret of success is to accomplish it, you can check that out too. So goodbye, peace. Happy feelings are just disguised as negative feelings that can become positive thoughts. I came up with that quote, and I hope you like it. Bye.